super excited. So cool. So with that said, before we get started, once again, guys, you can go to roberthollisjr.com to register to see when I am doing my webinars and keep up to date with all my blog posts. I'm putting up like 2 a day sometimes right now. And if you register there, you actually get a free gift from me. It's offered nowhere else on the internet. It's actually from a huge live event. It's probably one of the best trainings I've ever done, and I want to give that to you guys for free. And if you go to roberthollisjr.com/webinar, you can sign up for tonight's webinar on how I made $1 million before I was 30. So make sure you guys check that out. So today's message is kind of a continuation from yesterday. I talked about the importance of changing your mind. You know, Albert Einstein said it the best, is you can't change your current problems with the mindset that got you there. And I did a little bit into the actual, I guess, quote unquote science or the theory behind, you know, your thinking and how it's so important to change that. And today's kind of a continuation from that. So you guys saw that I put, you know, before you have, you must ... Now, when I read this, and it's actually from the same book where I really understood the concept of, I guess you should say, the theory behind, you know, how your mind works and the programming and why it's so hard to change your thoughts. And here's kind of an exercise that I learned. I'm going to go through it very quickly. If I did a whole show on just how to change your thoughts and the process behind it, we'd be on here for hours and hours and hours. But today I want to share with you guys a huge exercise that has worked for me and everybody that I've shared this with. So this is going to be, you guys are going to get huge value out of today's show. So make sure you share with all your followers, like, share, everything else. So basically, how it goes is before you have, you must do. Now, that might sound like, duh, okay, that's a pretty simple concept, but how many people, let me get some amens, some comments, some extra hearts, that where most of people's focus lies is the having part. Right? Everybody tries to figure out how you can have more, how you can get more, how you can get to the next rank. Well, here I'm here not to sugarcoat anything. Before you can have, you got to get off your butt and start putting in work. You know, you look at anybody who's successful. I love this new kid that's all over the internet right now. You know, his quote is, "You got to work your face off." You know, there's something about work ethic that I believe if you got enough work ethic and excitement, even if you mess everything up, you're still going to have, right? Well, here's the part before the doing. Before you do, you must be. Now, what does that mean? You have to become a certain type of person to have massive success. I'm telling you, you know, how many people know that success leaves clues, and when you're around other successful people, they've got this certain type of energy about them. They've got this certain type of, I guess you should say, swagger, right? You know, why my father, my mentor, can walk around in a Hawaiian shirt with shorts and sandals on, and we walk into the Rolls-Royce dealership, and the guy comes around and asks him if he wants to have a test drive, and my buddy can walk in with a Louis Vuitton suit, shorts, suit, belt, everything, and goes to look at the car, and the salesman doesn't even come out to even talk to the guy, because there's a certain thing, you got to be somebody. Now, when I say that, you know, how would I put this? I think we're, you know, exactly what I said with my buddy is, you know, how many people have heard that term out there, fake it till you make it, right? I think that's a huge problem because, you know, I've been with companies where it's like, listen, or I've heard mentors say this. It's like, wow, congratulations, you finally made a big check. So what we got to do is take your big commission check that you finally made and go out and buy a really expensive suit that you don't want to wear and a really expensive watch that you normally wouldn't wear. So even though you haven't had success, when people look at you, they think that you did. So you can fake it, right? Now, there is a level degree of, you know, importance of that. You know, sometimes when you put on, you know, I've done a whole Periscope on that. Are you an actor? Or a blog post on that. You can go to my page, Are You an Actor? So there is a degree to that. And you attract certain types of people. And normally that's where people stop. Before you can have, you must do. Before you do, you must be. Now there's a huge critical step past that everybody that I've heard to even touch base on this kind of training leaves out. Is before you be, you've got to think. Now, That's the most important part. Now, what do I mean by that? How many people out there give me some amens, some hearts, some comments on Facebook that, you've seen people that you've read the books, you've gone through the personal mentorship, you've read the quotes, you've jumped on the periscopes, you've been through all this training on what to do and how to do. You've got the motivation down, but for some reason you're not having success yet. It's because you haven't changed your thinking yet. See, it says in this book that a man, or we can say even a woman, a woman who thinks that she's a queen attracts queenly things. A man who thinks he's a king attracts kingly things. See, it doesn't matter how many books you read, how many periscopes you listen to, how many webinars, how many trainings, how many companies you go from go to get different training, until you start thinking like you're a millionaire, until you start thinking that you're a winner, you're a champion, you're never going to have success. Now, and when I say success, I'm talking about massive success here, guys. I'm talking about the millionaires, the people that have retire money, the people that are driving the cars and have the lifestyle. Can you just go out with just a bunch of work ethic just before you have and do, and just go crazy and work as hard as you possibly can and make some really good income? Yeah, you can. I've seen people, they call it ignorance on fire. They don't even know what they're doing. They're just jacked out of their mind, putting in as much work as the next guy, and they're having success. Yeah, you can have that, but if you want retire money, right? Hey, you can't tell me nothing money. I love the statement out there that money's just a tool. All it is freedom. When you got enough money, nobody can tell you what to do, when to do, or whenever you can do it. If you want that kind of money, you got to change your thinking. So, why, if people, some people think it's silly, but if anybody's seen that video with my son, why do I every day ask him, or I told him over and over again, you're a winner, you're a champion, you're destined for greatness, you're handsome, you're strong, you're smart, you can do anything good. Because before he even knows what to do, or the person he wants to be, or what he wants to have, I want him to think like a champion. And that's the problem with most people watching this right now, is you don't believe in you. You don't think you're a champion yet. To get to where you want to be, you need to, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm a champion. I'm a winner. I'm destined for greatness. I'm already a diamond with my company. I've already put in the work. It's already meant to be. I'm already there. People want to work with me. People want to listen to me because I'm a champion. I'm a winner. I'm a king. I'm not going to stop till I get to this top. I'm already a diamond with my company. I already have a successful blog. The website just hasn't updated yet. I'm already famous. Just Google's having an error right now because when you Google my name, it doesn't pop up on everybody's website. I am already there. The paperwork just hasn't gone through yet. I don't care what you guys have to do. Write it on, dry erase marker in the mirror, in the bathroom, put it on your phone, do whatever you have to do to tell yourself every day you're a champion. Because I guarantee you one thing. You can't walk around believing you're a champion every day without champion things happen to you. You can't walk around every day truly believing that you're a winner and not win. I promise you guys, I know this sounds like a crazy topic and I'm going very deep, and the last couple of periscopes and my blog posts have been a lot more deep than people are used to me saying, but it's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard for people to get over that switch in their mind because they haven't won yet, but you got to put yourself in the place that you already have. And here's an exercise that I've done with myself, is when you can look at yourself and say, I can be what I will to be. People that know me personally know that sometimes I got crazy thinking, but guess what? Every millionaire I've ever made is pretty crazy too. So, I guarantee, I promise everybody, we've got a lot of viewers on right now, and I put you guys to the test to do this right now, or whenever you got a chance, and you got to do it like you mean it. Is you got to look in the mirror, tell yourself wherever you're at, is I can be what I will to be. I can be what I will to be. I'll give you guys an example, because how many people know that your thinking can change so fast? It's like Tony Robbins says, is changing your state. And most people just don't know how to change their state because most people just want to dwell on what's not happening in your life. You got to start thinking like a champion. And it happens to me. I'll give you guys a story so you don't think that I'm always crazy. I see Mark's on here. He's an incredible leader that I know, and I know he does this as well. This was a few years ago before I figured out the internet, and I drove all the way from Orange County, the beach, all the way to downtown LA. And if anybody's from California, you know that going from the beach to downtown LA, first off, is a trip you don't want to make. And second, the traffic is ridiculous. So I was already woke up that morning. I wasn't feeling good. I kind of felt just, under the weather, not 100%. And I'm going, I don't want to go to LA today. There's going to be traffic. And so happened, I got stuck in a traffic jam because here we go, my thinking, right? And I show up to this meeting and I'm tired. I'm not feeling good. I already didn't want to be there. And it's like 2 minutes before the meeting starts. And guess what? Nobody's there. I'm going, listen, you know what? I need some coffee. If I'm going to do this meeting, I'm going to need some coffee. I need to pump myself up. And all of a sudden, I don't know if everybody was outside hanging out or if a bus showed up, but immediately like 15, 20 people walked through the door like right before the meeting was going to start. And I'm going, oh my gosh. All right. And I said, I got to go to the bathroom real quick. And I went in the bathroom and I just looked at myself in the mirror and I said, I can be what I will to be. I can be what I will to be. I'm excited to do this meeting. I'm pumped up. I got energy. I got a message to tell people that are going to listen to me because I can be what I will to be. I'm a champion. I'm a winner. People are going to love what I have to hear. I'm pumped up, excited. I'm so happy I'm here because I can be what I will to be. I walked out of that bathroom, guys, and I said, listen, I don't need any more coffee. Can you get me some tea and so I can settle my nerves down? I'm telling you guys, I promise each and every one of you, there's not one person that can do that. I don't care your situation, your environment, whatever you're going through, just make the statement is, I can be what I will to be, and state what you want to be. State what you want to accomplish at that moment. I can tell everybody can watch me already. I'm like jacked up. I'm starting, my hairs are out. I'm like ready to punch somebody. I can be what I will to be. I can do whatever I want. I can be whoever I want. I'm a champion. I'm a winner. People are going to hear this message. They're going to love it. They're going to do it, and it's going to help change their life. Why? Because I can be what I will to be. So I don't know if I went a little deep on some people today, but going back, I got to throttle it back a little bit because you guys can already see I'm pumped up, is just always think of that. Like I said on my training yesterday, is, in order for things to change, you have to change. You can't solve your current problems with the mindset that got you there. Most people are focused on the what to do and how to do it. They're focused on being pumped up every day. But what you really got to focus on is how to change your thinking until you can look yourself in the mirror, look yourself in the eyes and say, I'm a champion. I'm a winner. And believe it, you're going to struggle, and you're going to struggle for a long time. Now, going into the whole process of changing your thinking, that's a journey, and I know some trainings and some courses that can really change everything about you if you're really willing to take that path and you really want to go to the next step. Make sure you hit me up or subscribe to me on my blog, guys, because what I shared with you right now is a tip of the iceberg on how to change your thinking in a temporary state, how to change your thinking in the immediate state to get the results that you want. If you want to drive it subconsciously where your whole life will change, where every day you wake up and you would just wake up, you don't have to look at yourself in the mirror and you know that you're a champion, that's when you're going to have success, ladies and gentlemen. So I went off on you guys today. I hope you guys got value. Make sure you guys go to roberthollisjr.com/webinar. I'm doing my webinar tonight, 6 Pacific Standard Time, on how I made $1 million before I was 30. And this is just one tip of all the things that I've learned. And I know that each and every one of you, I don't care who you are, where you are. I'm a high school dropout that went to jail, and 22 years old. I had no work experience, no education, and a criminal background. If I can do it, you can do it. I don't care what your current situation is, where you're at in your life. Why? Because you can be what you will to be. When you make the decision to be a winner, you'll start becoming a winner. And winners are going to want to work with you. So guys, thank you so much. Hopefully see you guys on tonight's webinar. I'm super pumped up, excited to do it tonight. So you can either just go to roberthollisjr.com, subscribe to me there to get my free gift, or go roberthollisjr.com/webinar, and we will see you guys tonight. And you better be jacked up, because I'm going to be talking fast and dropping some information. So God bless everybody. Have a great night.